हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, मैं PL शर्मा, मैथ्स discussing fourth part of multiple choice questions of chapter 2, that is polynomials of class 10th mathematics. And these all questions are very important, means competency based questions, very important for the students who are preparing for CBSE or for Rajasthan board or for Delhi board, or who are preparing for the various mathematics Olympiad. Very important for the IIT foundation classes. And so please keep watching. I already have shared with you the three videos, first, second, and third. And in this fourth video, 10 questions will be there, question number 31 to 40. Already in three videos, I have shared you the total number of 30 MCQs, means competency-based questions. And the questions now on your screen. The question is, this is a fourth part of competency-based questions, means multiple choice questions of class 10th mathematics. Chapter number 2, very important for, I already have told you about CBSE, RBSE, Delhi board, or for various mathematics Olympiad. And now the question is, the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, that is Px given by 1x square plus 5x plus 6r, both negative, means positive, or both negative, or both equal, or one positive and one negative. So first of all, I have to find out the zeros by factorizing the splitting middle term. So x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6, and taking x common, x plus 2 plus taking 3 common in last two, that is x plus 2, again taking x plus 2 and x plus 3. Putting each factor equal to 0, x plus 2 is the first factor, and you put this equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 2. So 1, 0 is negative of 2. Now we put the second factor equal to 0, that is x plus 3 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 3. So thus we observe here, हम यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्व करते हैं कि ये जो दोनों जीरोस है, बोथ आर नेगेटिव, दैट इज नेगेटिव एंड दैट इज नेगेटिव. अब मैं आपको इसे बताने की कोशिश करूंगा कि अगर बिना इसको सिंप्लीफाई किए, बिना सोल्व किए, केवल हमें बताना हो कि ये कैसे जीरो होंगे, तो हम इनको कैसे बताएंगे. द आंसर इज नेगेटिव. सी टू इट. नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यहाँ पे आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि if the sign of x square and x and the constant term of same, means I'm writing here, यहाँ में for the quadratic polynomial given by ax square plus bx plus c, a, b, c are real number. If the a is greater than 0, b is also greater than 0, and c is also greater than 0, means सबका पॉजिटिव साइन हो, तो सारे के सारे जो भी उसके जो मींस जीरोस होंगे वो नेगेटिव साइन के होंगे. और if the second case, if a is less than 0, b is also less than 0, and c is less than 0, if the coefficient of x square and the coefficient of x and the constant term are of the same sign, means other than 0, then we say that both the zeros will be of negative sign. यहाँ पे देखिए, here you see that that is positive. The coefficient of x square is positive. The coefficient of x is also positive, and the constant term of 6, that is also positive. So they are having the same sign. A is greater than 0, B is greater than 0, C is also greater than 0. That is why both the zeros will be of negative sign. Very, very important and very simple concept. Without solving, without finding the zeros, you can give the answer directly. एग्जाम में जब मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो आपको डायरेक्टली ही आंसर देना चाहिए. So I think this is very much clear to you. The zeros of the quadratic polynomial, that is minus 1x square, negative 5x, minus means negative 6r. Let's see here. First of all, we have to find it out. The polynomial is minus 1x square, minus 5x, minus 6. Taking minus 1 common, that is x square plus 5x plus 6. Then factorizing, we already have factorized, that is x plus 2, x minus 3. Putting each factor equal to 0. This is meaningless now. So putting each factor is equal to 0, x plus 2 is equal to 0. So 1, 0 is negative of 2. And second factor, putting x plus 3 is equal to 0. So the other factor is, so other 0 is negative 2, 3. So we find here that both zeros are of the negative sign. That is negative 2. This is also negative 2. So the answer will be, both are negative. But as I discussed with you in my previous question, that we have to check the sign of all the x square and x and the coefficient of x square, coefficient of x and the constant term. If all are of the same sign, अगर इनके sign same हो, देखिए अगर if a means coefficient of x square and coefficient of x and the constant term are positive, or the coefficient of x square is negative, the coefficient of x is also negative, is less than 0, and constant term is also negative. In both the cases, both zeros will be negative. Both zeros will be negative. That is why, so we can say the B is the correct option here. Since in this case, the coefficient of x square and x and constant term have the same sign, means both all are negative. That is why the answer will be both negative, and this will be the answer. B will be the answer of this question. If 1, 0 of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 3x plus k is 2, then the value of k will be. What will be the value of k? x 0 इसका means 2 है, तो k की value क्या होगी? We know that since 1, 0 is 2, and when you later, this is the polynomial px, that is x square plus 3x plus k. और x 0 इसका 2 है, it means when we replace x by 2, the value of the means p2, the value of the polynomial at x is equal to 2 should be 0. So 2 square plus 3, in place of x you put 2, that is k should be equal to 0. So 4 plus 6 plus k should be equal to 0. So 10 plus k should be equal to 0. So the value of k should be equal to 10. जीरो जिसको कहते हैं, जिसकी वैल्यू को हम के एक्स की जगह रिप्लेस करें, देन द वैल्यू ऑफ द होल पॉलिनोमियल मींस वेनिसेस और बिकम इक्वल टू 0. जैसे ही आप एक्स की वैल्यू एक्स को 2 से रिप्लेस करेंगे, द वैल्यू ऑफ दिस पॉलिनोमियल, दैट इज एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 3x प्लस k, will be equal to 0. And so the answer here is A. that is the value of k will be, sorry, that is minus 10. The answer will be minus 10 because it is given, the value of k is given here, minus 10. So B is the correct option. The value, the zeros of the polynomial, this is quadratic polynomial 4x square plus 5 into root 2x minus 3 will be, what we have to do, we have to factorize the given polynomial by splitting middle term. So that is 4x square means how to factorize? We can write plus 6 root 2x minus 1 root 2x minus 3. 6 root 2x minus 1 root 2x, that is minus 3. Student, if you have any problem in factorizing splitting middle term, then you please see my other videos, how to factorize quadratic polynomial by splitting middle term. It is available in my videos. Please check it out. ये बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आपको splitting middle terms नहीं आता है तो ये चैप्टर आपके लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Because to get the value, to find out the values for the zeros of a quadratic polynomial, we have to factorize. And maximum time we have to factorize by splitting middle terms. That is why splitting middle term for factorization of a quadratic polynomial is very, very essential, very, very important for you. So now in the first two, we can take a 2 root 2 common, 2 root 2x, say, इन फर्स्ट टू टर्म्स, ये जो दो टर्म है ये वाली, इनमें हमने कॉमन लिया 2 root 2x. So and what is left here, that is root 2x plus 3, and what is common here, minus 1 is common, root 2x plus 3 is left. Again root 2x plus 3 is common, so you can write square root of 2x plus 3, and other factor is 2 root 2 minus 1. Now we have get two linear factors. दो हमने linear factors means degree 1 का factor में ये जो quadratic polynomial था जिसका degree 2 था उसको linear factors में हमने convert कर लिया है. Now it is very easy to find out the zeros while we have two linear factors. Put each factor equal to 0. We have दोनों जो linear factors हैं उनको 0 के equal put करिएगा. And as soon as you put the first factor, that is root 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Root 2x is minus 3. X is equal to, means so x is equal to minus 3 upon square root of, this is 1 0. And now you put second factor equal to 0, that is 2 into root 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x will be 1 upon 2 root 2. So do you find here any answer? So you can rationalize now. We can rationalize now here, that is 1 by 2 into root 2. Rationalize the denominator by multiplying numerator and denominator both by root 2. So that is root 2, and root 2 into root 2 into 2 4. So square root of 2 by 4. So second 0 is square root 2 by 4. So check it out whether these options are available or not. Here 1 0 is minus root 2 by 3 by 2, and other 0 is square root 2 by 4. So here we find in this question that minus 3 upon root 2, this is here, but root 2 by 4, this is not here. So we can write none of these. But if you want to write the proper answer, then you can give the answer here. The two roots are one is -3 upon root 2 and other is square root 2 by 4. ये इसके correct answer होंगे. So I think now the correct answer I already have given. So in this question, the answer is none of these. If 1/0 of the quadratic polynomial is -4, then the value of k is. We know that when we replace the value of x by -4, the value of whole polynomial will become 0. Let the polynomial px be k minus 1 x square plus kx plus 1. Means if f p, the value of the polynomial at x is equal to -4 will be 0. So you replace here right hand side k minus 1, that is -4 whole square plus k into -4 plus 1, that should be equal to 0. यहाँ पे जहां भी x है उसकी जगह आप -4 रिप्लेस करिए, क्योंकि इसका एक 0 -4 है. And when you replace x by -4, the value of the whole polynomial will become 0. So now that is 16 k minus 1 minus 4k plus 1 is equal to 0. So 16k minus 16 minus 4k plus 1 is equal to 0. 16k minus 4k, that is 12k, minus 15 is equal to 0. So 12k is equal to 15, k is equal to 15 upon 12. You can cancel by 3, 3 5 ja and 3 4 ja. So the value of k here will be 5 by 4. So B is the correct answer. We are discussing chapter 2, class 10th mathematics, and we are discussing competency-based questions. It is given that the difference between the zeros of the polynomial is 4, and the value of k is either 0 or greater than 0. Then find the value of k. We know that by the sum of zeros here is given by, यहाँ पे जो sum of zeros है, that is alpha plus beta, that is equal to -b upon a, that is -8k upon 4, that is 2k. And product of zeros is c upon a, that is 4 upon 4, that is 1. Means sum of zeros is twice of k, product of zeros is 1, and we know using the identity that alpha, मैं आपको आइडेंटिटी बता देता हूं, alpha minus beta whole square होता है, देखिए alpha square plus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. alpha plus beta whole square फाइंड आउट करने के लिए हमें 2 alpha beta ऐड भी करना पड़ेगा और 2 alpha beta subtract भी करना पड़ेगा. This 2 alpha beta as it is, but this is the identity of alpha plus beta whole square, that is -4 alpha beta. So alpha minus beta, you please learn this identity. इस identity को आप learn कर लीजिएगा, that alpha minus beta whole square, sorry, that is whole square, that is alpha plus beta whole square, This one, very important identity. अल्फा प्लस बीटा और अल्फा माइनस बीटा में ये आइडेंटिटी रिलेशन एस्टैब्लिश करती है. Now, putting in this identity, alpha minus beta, it is given 4. So, 4 whole square, alpha plus beta, that is given by 2. So, alpha plus beta whole square, that is 2k square, minus 4 into alpha into beta, the product of the zeros, that is 1. So, that is 16 is equal to 4k square minus 4. So 12. Sorry, student, alpha, beta, C is 9 here. So we have to change the value here. In place of ये वैल्यू चेंज करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे देखिए C is 4 है. हमने यहाँ पे सॉरी C is 9 है, 4 नहीं है. तो दैट इज 9/4. Product is 9/4 now. So I'll have to change. यहाँ पे ये पूरा ही चेंज करना पड़ेगा because now the value is changed. So alpha minus beta, that is 4 whole square, is equal to alpha plus beta, that is 2k whole square. Alpha plus beta 2k है, ये देखिए, minus 4 into alpha into beta, that is 9/4. So we write here 9/4. So 16 is equal to 4k square. 4 and 4 cancel, that is minus 9. So 4k square is equal to 25. K square is 25/4. So taking both sides square root, so that is 5/4. The value of k is positive 5/4 and negative 5/4. But the question is, we have to take only, यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चन है, ये क्वेश्चन ये कहता है कि we have to take only the means 0, the value which is either 0 or greater than 0. So we will have to take here the positive values, means that is plus, means positive 5/2, and C is the correct option. If A and beta are zeros of the quadratic polynomial twice of t square minus 4t plus 3, then the value of a square b plus ab square will be. We know that a square b plus ab square, we can take ab common. So that is a plus b. Means we need product of zeros and sum of zeros. So product of zeros is given by the negative of coefficient of t here, and because coefficient of t square, so that is negative of 4/2, that is 4/2, that is 2. तो सम ऑफ यहाँ पे ए और बी, यहाँ पे इसके कोएफिशिएंट नहीं है, ये दे रखा है जीरोस हैं. सम ऑफ जीरोस होता है नेगेटिव ऑफ कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ टी, दैट इज -4, नेगेटिव ऑफ -4, that is +4, and coefficient of t square, that is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And the sum of zeros will be product of zero is given by constant term upon coefficient of x square. So constant term is 3 and the coefficient of x square, t square, this is t square. We have to take t here because this is the variable in t. So that is 3/2. Put the value. That is 3/2 and sum of zeros is 2. That is given, sum of zeros is 2 and product of zeros. This is not a alpha beta, that is AB. So 2 and 2 cancel. What is left? 3. So 3 will be answer here. So a square plus b plus ab square, where a and b are the zeros of this given quadratic polynomial. The value of a square b plus ab square will be 3, and C is the correct option. The zeros of the quadratic polynomial, that is x square minus 3x minus m multiplied by m plus 3 r. इसके zeros क्या होंगे? इसको ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, सॉल्व नहीं करेंगे इसको. देखिए कैसे इसका आंसर आएगा. वी नो that zeros are given x square negative sum of zeros means alpha beta x plus product of zeros. यहाँ आप देखेंगे the product of zeros is given, that is negative m into m plus 3. इट मीन्स एक जीरोस का नेगेटिव m हुआ और अदर जीरोस का हो गया m plus 3. अब देखिए सम ऑफ जीरो शुड बी इक्वल टू माइनस बी अपॉन ए 3 के इक्वल हो जाना चाहिए. तो ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये सेकंड वाला है. देखिए ये करेक्ट आंसर है. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द जीरो इज नेगेटिव m मल्टीप्लाइड बाय m plus 3, और इन दोनों का अगर आप सम लेंगे, यू फाइंड आउट द सम, देन दैट विल बी इक्वल टू 3. सो B इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. You have to do it on the basis of observation. आप इसको सिंप्लीफाई करना नहीं लग जाइएगा, नहीं लगेगी. डोंट सिंप्लीफाई इट. ऑब्जर्व करिए, फॉर्मूला लर्न करिए, और फॉर्मूला के बेस पे आपको इसको आंसर देना पड़ेगा. वी नो दैट, मैं इसको ढंग से लिखता हूं. दैट इज सॉरी, in place of product of zeros, I can write alpha into beta. So B is the correct option. If 1 0 of the polynomial, this is quadratic polynomial, are negative of each other, then the value of A is. देखिए, see here, I am taking one example to explain you this question. ये एक x square minus means sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. एक जीरो अल्फा है, दूसरा जीरो इसका नेगेटिव है. इन दोनों का अगर सम करेंगे, सम ऑफ जीरोस विल बी जीरोस. इट मींस सम ऑफ जीरोस इन दिस केस शुड बी इक्वल टू 0. अगर एक जीरो दूसरे का नेगेटिव है ऑफ अ क्वाड्रेटिक पॉलिनोमियल, देन द कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ x शुड बी इक्वल टू 0, or we can say the coefficient of x should be equal to 0. But here the coefficient of x is k plus 5. See, the coefficient of x is k plus 5. So k plus 5 should be equal to 0. And if k plus 5 is equal to 0, then the value of k will be negative of 5. So in this case, A is the correct answer. Students, see to it, if one zero is negative of other, in that case sum of zeros will be equal to 0, and sum of 0 is given by the, it is given by the constant term, sorry, coefficient of means that is ये दोनों 0 हो जाएंगे, तो x का कोएफिशिएंट 0 हो जाएगा. X का कोएफिशिएंट here is x k plus 5. So k plus 5 will be equal to 0. So the value of k will be negative of 5. So A is the correct option. If alpha and beta are zeros of the polynomial x square minus p into x plus 1 plus c, such that alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1 is equal to 0, then what will be the value of c here? First of all, we have to find out that is x square minus, open this bracket, minus px minus p plus c. So x square minus px minus p plus c. Right. So sum of zeros is given by negative of coefficient of x, that is minus p, upon coefficient of x squared, that is 1. So alpha plus beta is p, number 1. And product of the zeros is given by the constant term, that is here minus p plus c, upon coefficient of x squared, that is 1. So that is minus p plus c, that is 2. And now the question is given that alpha plus 1 into beta plus 1 is equal to 0. This is given here. Multiplying alpha beta plus beta plus 1 is equal to 0. Alpha plus 1 and into beta plus 1 when multiplied by, it is alpha plus beta into 1 and 1. In place of alpha beta, we can put product is minus p plus c. In place of alpha beta, we can write p plus 1 is equal to 0. देखिए यहाँ पे जो भी alpha beta है, alpha into beta है, that is minus p by c. Alpha plus beta, sum of zeros, that is p. And 1, it is already given that this equal to 0. So we put equal to 0. And now p minus p is cancelled by plus p. So c plus 1 is equal to 0. The value of c will be minus 1. So we check here, yes. So this A is the correct option. So value of C here will be a negative option. So student, I think you are finding that the difficulty level of questions are increasing. In first part, it was simple. Then in second part, somehow difficult. Then third part, then fourth part, and now you will see the last part of these multiple choice questions, means competency-based questions. It will be difficult, and it will be making your concept true. So very important for the students who are preparing for the coming board examination, and for the mathematics Olympiad, and for various competitive examination. And please wait for the next video, that is fifth part of the multiple choice questions of chapter 2, that is polynomial. Keep watching. Please subscribe, share, comment. And if you want any kind of the different kind of questions, please suggest. Thank you.